Man, I hate trees like that. It's a big tree there, and you got plenty of playhouse on that one. Well, we got this big one down. I absolutely hate these trees. Like I said, this thing was leaned real hard. I mean, a hard lean that way. You know, and I wasn't really trying to force it all the way back. I just wanted to go sideways a little bit. Well, I don't know if it shows up on the video I was doing, because I got further away so you could kind of see everything. But one of my hooks broke from the stump to begin with. That made me nervous. So, but I didn't have it solid very much at that time, so it wasn't that big a deal. And then it just acted like it didn't want to fall. I mean, I cut a long way through that thing. And then I always worry about, it has such a hard lean. And y'all see, that's the oval shape. It's a big point right here. I just saw a long way in it, and I was afraid it was going to do that barber chair thing. It's just not good. Oh, there's my hook that broke. I've used that thing for, I don't know how many trees. I don't know why it snapped this time, but oh well. But yeah, that's just a big tree. I hate pulling big trees. Now, like this other one over here, it's a decent sized tree too, but not quite as big as this one. And this one, the sun shines so bright, I don't know if y'all can see. This one, I will have to pull it back away from the lean. But like I said, it's not nearly as big. So, but that's a pretty good sized tree. I'm gonna try to work on this thing. I'm gonna try to saw it in half. It fell right in between these daggone stumps. So I'm gonna try to saw it probably right in here somewhere. That way I can pull that log part up. And then some of these stumps I can saw off closer to the ground. That's not a stump, that's already sawed off. But that pine and that one definitely I can saw down closer to the ground. This one I can probably saw closer to the ground. Now let me get that top out of there. I'm gonna work on this. I gotta upload another video, so I'm not gonna video any of that. I just wanted to video sawing that tree down, just in case. It did hit my fence a little bit. Some of the limbs, hadn't even noticed that. Oh, a car just had went by. They slowed down really, really slow. I was wondering what they're slowing down so much about. I figured they're just looking at the tree. Off around here where I can actually see how much of it did hit the fence. One spot where it hit it. It don't look like it. It just brushed all up against it there. It looked like just that one limb right down there. Kind of caught it a little bit, but nothing major. But there's that other tree. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a lean, but it's not a super hard lean. And the rest of these trees are small. That's the next biggest one. The rest of them are pretty small, except for this big black oak that's leaned over top of their camper. If y'all can see that lean on it, right now it's leaned to where if I just sawed it and let it go where it wanted to go, it would land in between their camper and their vehicle there. So we'll have to be careful on that one too. But I'm gonna have to saw these pine trees down before I saw it, so I have a clear path for it to fall. But I'm gonna go upload this video and get to work on this tree before it gets too much later. Good morning, everyone. My name's Joey. Josie, she's over there in her room this morning. We got all of our feeding and everything done. Y'all seen first part of the video, we got this big tree down. I'm gonna try to get all these limbs sawed off of it today. I tried to saw some on this log. Of course, that log's humongous, so I don't know how much of that I'll get sawed up. We might try to saw some of it. But I'm gonna try to get these limbs tore off here and get them sawed up and get that to looking better this morning anyway. Alright, we got most of the limbs There's all kinds of this little junk laying on the ground here. I had to get the rake or something, rake it up, but I probably won't worry about it right now until I get the rest of them down. Then, well, I don't know. I might be one of them things where I let it go and it'd be an awful mess. We got most of it. I run out of gas in the chainsaw. But we got most of that sawed up. And there's a lot of this. You know, where it's got all these knots and stuff, I don't know how much of that I'll try to save. I mean, there's a good section right there. And then these big fork and stuff up there. We'll get what we can out of it. And this little section here, you know, I might just throw it in the brush pile. Didn't get anything done on the log over here. Just trying to get that big mess cleaned up. That will take probably at least 2 tanks of gas in the chainsaw, maybe 3, or close to 3 anyway. Might have to fill up twice, and probably had to sharpen the saw 2 or 3 times. That's a big tree, way bigger than my saw. But it's almost lunchtime. Josie's been really good this morning. She's been over playing with herself. I've actually had to go check on her just because she's been really that good, just to make sure she wasn't in trouble or doing something. Or but I think she's only come over here one time. The rest of the time she's been over watching TV and playing with some of her toys. She's got some old Play-Doh she's been playing with, but she's just over playing. But it's a little bit before lunch, so I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna play with her just for a few minutes before lunch. Since I'm out of gas, I would go ahead and finish this up, but I'm out of gas in the chainsaw, so I gotta go to the barn anyway. But we'll catch back up with you guys after lunch or something. Alright guys, well I finally done it. Finally gonna have to put a new chain on. But I had sharpened this one up quite a bit. This is that chain, I can't even remember, Sabertooth I think was the name of it. I put it on there quite some time ago. I noticed earlier this morning when I started that it had finally got to the point where it wouldn't go no tighter. It got to that point where it wasn't gonna go no tighter. But I got it tight enough I could use it. So we went over and cleaned up that whole top. That whole top's gone now. Got it all cleaned up, and I was trying to saw on that big log, and I hit dirt and rock, and I tried to come back over. I didn't realize I was hitting it, and I just kept sawing, I guess, until I noticed my saw wasn't sawing no more. But I tried to sharpen it back up, and it ain't sharpening, and it's got loose enough that it needs tightened back up, and I can't get it to tighten. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my new one on there. So my overall review on that Saber, I think it's just Saber chain, is a lot better than that Stihl brand, and I ain't gonna say the Stihl brand, but just that smaller dimension or smaller thickness of chain done a lot better. It's a whole lot easier to saw. I mean, I've hit nails and was able to get it sharp again. Them other smaller chains, you hit a nail, you're done. You might as well take it off. I don't care if it's brand new. If you hit a nail, you might as well take it off and throw it away. So overall, I think this chain done really good. And it's definitely lasted a long time. Like I said, you can see the teeth on it. It got down to where it was about done anyway. So I think that chain done really good. Now, they didn't have this chain when I went back to get another one. This one's the same size. It's a bigger chain, but it's a Stihl brand. So let's see how that does. I'm just gonna go over here and saw a piece or two because it's getting late. Said I'll show you guys here in a second, but I got all the tree top cleaned up, and so I'll get everything cleaned out here. I got all the tree top cleaned up. I just ain't got the log part cleaned up. So yeah, it's took all day long. Might put my glasses on, make sure I put this thing on right. Had to look at it a couple times there. It's all blurry. Well, yeah, surprised Josie ain't over here trying to change her chain. That little chainsaw actually did come with the extra chain. I don't know whatever happened to it. I'm kind of glad we don't have it. Every time I put gas and oil in mine, sharpen it. We gotta sharpen hers, put gas and oil in it. So every time I sharpen my chain and sharpen my saw, it's like I'm doing two of them. Alright, we'll go over here and saw a couple pieces off this log, and then we'll show you what everything looks like with it all cleaned up. Well, I am not a big fan. I don't feel bad about my sharpening anymore. It's a brand new chain and it's on crooked. Those chains, I guess it's just because it's 16 inch, because I asked that guy, is there any way I can get? Because one side of these chains always has two cutting the same way together. It's not equal, you know, like one side would have 12 teeth and one side's got 13 teeth or something. So I don't know, because that's a brand new chain and it's on through that crooked, which is making it a pain in the butt to saw. So my neighbor has a big saw up there. He said I could borrow. I may borrow it just to saw this log up. And that's been a pain in the butt. I'm already liking that saber chain better than that chain, because I saw those big logs up with it. But anyway, I'll show you guys what a brush pile from that one tree. I don't know if y'all can see. That's a probably 10-foot tall. I mean, I'm sure it could squish down, be smashed down somehow, but there's a lot of brush from that one tree. But we got this whole area. Right there's where the top was laying at. It's all gone. That's just that one stump from that I used on the rope. And I did figure something out on my rope. I done my rope wrong, is why that broke when I pulled that. I had this little carabiner instead of one of those chain links that screw, you know, makes a link in a chain that screws up on there. That's usually what I put on the rope and the cable. And I had took all that stuff off for some reason, and I put this carabiner on. Usually I hook it into that stump, just holding that stump. I hooked it into, I got them switched somehow, and I had that hooked to the rope and the cable, holding the rope to the cable. So that's why that pulled apart on me. So that was my fault, wasn't paying attention. But we got all that cleared up. Let's see, this one tree sitting there by itself now, which there's two small ones on the other side of the fence. I'd like to be gone. And I probably will saw them eventually. I don't know if I'll saw them right now, but there's two right behind that tree, and there's one right there. I think it's right there. It's on the other side of the fence, and there's several little ones down through there. I'm gonna try to get all those. I'll probably have to do it through the week, and kind of like 9 o'clock in the morning to that's when there's the least traffic on our road. Most of the time there's not any traffic on this road. During that part of the day, during the week, not much at all. If it is, it's usually just somebody that's running. I said the way our road is, you can go out. You know, our driveway comes out right up here. We'll be able to make it out right in front of the church. But you can go down the hill, and it comes out on the state highway. You can go around the other way, and it loops around. And I don't know if y'all have ever heard me saying there's a road down the bottom of the hill behind the barn, but it loops around and comes out on that road, and you can go down and come back out on that same state highway. Now, this road here, our road, actually has a loop on it. So at the bottom of this hill, there's another road that turns around. It circles around and comes right back out up here. So I could block this whole part of the road off, and it ain't gonna block nobody. You know, it might cause them some inconvenience, but it's not gonna block anybody from being able to get home or get to work or anything like that. It may, at most, it would cost somebody 5 minutes, at most. It's really that close. I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. I'm gonna give Dozy an opportunity to say bye, because me and her, after I got one of my videos edited the other day, I was letting it play on the computer and at the house, and it got to the end of it, and she noticed she didn't say bye. She started pouting on me. She's like, I didn't say bye. I was like, So I'm gonna give her the opportunity to see if she'll say bye. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap it up for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed it. What are you doing?
Just sliding down.
Sliding down? Alright, you wanna say bye? Say appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate all my subscribers. We're over 900 now, and that is amazing to me. So I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. I appreciate every one of you guys that's watching the videos and making the comments, and I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone there. I really do. But we'll catch you guys on the next one.